To watch a Good Morning Nigeria live on the network service of the NTA. Now time to take a look at the papers.
Our newspaper reviewer Chukudi Okoli-Baja is in the studio.
Yes, I am
Chooks
here.
the boy, good morning.
Morning, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
The coldest day in Abuja so far as I know.
Good morning, Chukudi.
That lady can survive in a refrigerator. Yeah, how you doing?
Come
He said this
on.
will not be cold. I am what my people call Ikrepo.
Don't tell me that you didn't do the morning ritual before you came out this morning because it's cold.
No, it was too cold.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we have some papers to go through. Yeah.
All right, let's begin with the Daily Asset this morning. The Daily Asset leads with Senate fumes about multiple budget implementation in fiscal year. Interesting. Page 2 has all of that. There are some writers here, but of course, a copy of the Daily Asset will do you good. As regards that, looking at other stories, troops neutralize kidnappers, rescue victims in Kaduna Plateau. That's on page 2. And below that, Enugu police bust armed robbery operation, arrest suspect, recover arms. NUC opens Nigeria's university space to foreign institutions. That's on page 17. And 10 players hit Super Eagles camp as AFCON 2025 challenge begins. That's on page 29 right here. Looking below the picture story, we have road accident claims 4 persons in Kogi. Not a good one, but you can find that on page 6. And finally, federal government, states, local governments share 1.928 trillion naira November 2025 revenue. All right, that's it from the Daily Asset. Let's see the blueprint quickly now. The blueprint leads with federal government records 30 trillion naira 2025 revenue shortfalls to roll about 70% capital projects. Senate sets 35 trillion naira target for FRS in 2026. All right, away from that, we have below the picture story, we have degraded terrorist operational capacity. By the way, the picture story on both the Daily Asset and the blueprint is on the book on President Buhari, which was unveiled yesterday. Away from all of that, we have youth slaughter killer of Kanu Muazzin set remains ablaze. That's on page 6. Reps wade into Dangote NMDPRO boss rift. Urge ceasefire. That's on page 6. You want to find out what's going on. And below the front page in the green strip, reps summoned IBEDC, BEDC, PHEDC over 100 billion naira payment default. And that's on page 6. And finally, at the top of the masthead, Oni confers Are Atayoto Udua on ex-Ghanaian President Mahama. All right.
That's all?
Yeah,
okay,
that's
let's quickly go to the Daily Trust newspaper. And below the masthead of the Daily Trust newspaper, at 14.45%, inflation drops below Tinubu's target. Find the details on page 23. Gunmen abduct 18 travelers, 11 rescued. Details on page 10. How 70-year-old man was killed in Kano. You find the details on page 7. And at the bottom plate of the Daily Trust newspaper, Supreme Court backs Tinubu on Rivers emergency rule. Details on page 6. Alleged prosecution, EFCC accuses opposition of seeking immunity. Details on page 10. Alia Akume renew feud as supporters clash. Details on page 12. Buhari left behind reputation of integrity. That's coming from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You find the details on page 10 and the headlines. Dangote's troubles. With riders, you don't use imports to checkmate domestic potential. That's coming from Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote. Mr. Chukudi?
Yeah, the word checkmate is gradually becoming an acceptable word. AI actually accepts it. Otherwise, in my time as a presenter, newscaster and the rest of it, we were always saying to stifle local production, stifle, or to suffocate.
Suffocate.
But now checkmate local, it sounds somehow, it's something, does not quite
That's big
sound
man's
right.
English.
Yeah.
Billionaires English.
So what is Dangote saying indeed? First of all, it sounds a bit on Dangote-ish. He doesn't nag over things.
Yes.
So maybe he has real worries. But remember that his problems with the NMDPRA, that would always, that's the Downstream Petroleum Regulatory
Midstream
Authority.
and downstream.
It's a jawbreaker for me. His problems with them started in 2024 when they actually alleged that Dangote's fuel was of inferior quality. You know, now Dangote, of all people, because the integrity I give that man, given the kind of octopus of a business he has, he seems to still retain a good measure of a good name for him to go this way. They even started accusing
love for country.
Farouk, that is 4 children are schooling in, is it in Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Where is he getting the money from and all that? I say, is that Dangote talking? Anyway, the important thing is, what does this say for the local economy? I think this Dangi Baba is creeping into my system. I like the man. But I want to say that if government actually makes a policy that favors Dangote fuel first, not Dangote really, it's because the man seems to be in a monopolist's position concerning refining. Otherwise, there are other refiners there.
Yes, he doesn't want to monopolize it. He wants
the
competition.
point he's making is that you are not encouraging local refining, not just for him.
Not just for him, yes.
Boa is coming on stream. There are other. So if you keep importing, how would you? And I asked the other time, maybe some 6 months ago, if it were India, if it were what other country now, would they not encourage their own person more than? That's the point I'm making. We know that the free marketplace is being advocated here and there, but there are certain things you do not allow a free fall in the marketplace when you want to grow an economy. Even the Americans. Look at what Trump is doing.
America first.
You know? So I thought we should protect our own first. But whatever happens, what's percolating down from Ito is that fuel is now 910 per liter.
Yeah.
So I bought 930 per liter.
The argument of NMDPRA is that you don't leave such a thing as sensitive petrol, premium motor spirit, to one man's calculation and all that. Well, yes, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what he's trying to say. But I think that the 650 barrels per day Dangote facility is enough assurance if we let him be. Let me stop there so that I don't get accused of siding in with Dangi Baba too much. Alleged persecution. EFCC accuses opposition of seeking immunity. That is immunity from prosecution by EFCC. If you committed a crime, you committed a crime. We started hearing it, first of all, during Ribado's time, under Obasanjo. The other party would say they are using the EFCC to come after us. Now we are hearing it from, So it is a sing-song on the Nigerian political landscape. What I tell people is, bush when they forbid bag, make you no grow mushroom. Because if you grow mushroom, they go carry bag, come pull. So don't commit a crime and later tell us that they're after you because you are in that. We don't want to listen to such arguments. Did you commit the crime or not? If you didn't, get yourself a good lawyer and prove to us you didn't. You understand?
Okay.
So
Senate films about multiple budgets, implementation and fiscal year.
It's the untidiness of flinging estimates of the previous year into the incoming year.
Exactly.
It doesn't quite help you tidy things up, and it seems to have become our habit. Maybe we've accepted it because the lawmakers are not coming down hard on things that get flung from 2024 into 2025. 70% of 2025 capital projects is going into 2026.
Yes.
That's not very good. I mean, great mathematicians with Ere will tell you that precision is the order of the day. When you get into calculation, forget that I wrote mathematics 3 times and failed it 4 times. I know that much. Okay? So that is the point they are making there, and I think that it is a good point. 14.45% inflation rate. Is this inflation we're talking about as 27% about a year ago?
Yeah.
Some people say I'm a Tinubu apologist. Let me keep quiet. But I know what I said concerning this administration.
It has even dropped below
I
Tinubu's
know what I
target.
said,
Yes.
and I knew what I was talking about. It's not about sentiment. When you see people who know, agree that they know, look at food prices.
Yes.
I bought a bag of rice of my mom for 55,000. 110,000 this time last year. That's almost by half. Don't tell me that it was 7.5 during Jonathan's time. Inflation would always take its toll. You know, after all, the first salary I received as a graduate was 250 naira.
During Jonathan, maybe
But
it was
away from
6.5.
food prices, it looks like every other thing is not coming down. Is that a deliberate, attempt by those who?
Anything that is dollar related
Would not come down.
would not come down. It would not. Nobody is going to exchange for 1,450 now, or is it 500? I think it's falling below.
It just fluctuates.
It fluctuates. But there's seeming stability around the circle there, unlike when it almost hit a 1.8 way back in time.
Wait
so
until, don't conclude. Wait until January.
January, okay.
But if you say
You probably know
things
this,
that
I
are
don't know.
controlled by the dollar won't come down, then you ask that the inflation figures, does it really improve the standard of living of the average Nigerian?
Well, it's the purchasing power that's the problem.
Yeah,
Things have dropped,
we have
but the
said
purchasing
that.
power
We
is
have said
just
that.
not there.
It's even gone from macro to micro now. At the micro level, people are feeling that you can afford a few food items now, more than you could about 6 months ago. But what you're saying is, even then, year-raise pay packet is still not enough to. That's what you're talking about. And I'm going to be one of the people carrying a Aluta Continua, is it Ikoyo Soweto? Telling government this time around, minimum wage should be one that should at least pay people.
Not just even minimum wage. When
fare.
you're promoted, your salary too should increase. But you are promoted and the salary is still the old salary.
That is retrogressive progression.
You are promoted, they give you a letter of promotion, but your salary still remains the same.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my dear, it wasn't like that in my time.
You're talking so.
Actually, when I was a NEPA clerk, my overtime was more than my salary in that time. It was good in our time. 15 naira meal ticket at the cafeteria in the university. The good old days are gone.
All right. People like you enjoyed Nigeria. The young people would say, well, we hope that it gets better. Of course, that's what we're talking about, the young people and
Today,
corruption
yes.
today, and how we can actually make our country better. This is Good Morning Nigeria, live on the network service of the NTA. Many thanks, Chukwudi,
Thank you,
for
Erin.
being here. We appreciate your
So you can
insights all the
jejely-
time.
Yes.
And, of course, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Jumai.
We'll take a break now. Please remain tuned.